dark forces have escaped their mountain tomb and are ravaging Middle-earth, seeking out the One Ring. The survivors of our fellowship have taken the Hobbits to Isengard, home of the Great Tower of Orthanc, embedded in the ancient Fangorn forest. Aragorn seeks help from Saruman the Wise, hopefully not yet under the Dark Lord's influence. And a call to aid has gone out to all the Free Peoples, but only Legolas and the Elves of Mirkwood have arrived in time before the forces of evil break through the gates. Our heroes must defeat this evil together, but can all of them be trusted?
So here we are, we're at Isengard. What's left of the Fellowship have arrived to seek counsel from Saruman the Wise.
Waves of evil creatures and even a band of orcs have been driven before the Balrog, half with fear and half with desire to obtain the ring for their master.
That Balrog you left alive in Moria has come back to bite you.
He jumped over that hole.
He sure did.
He's been wreaking havoc in the countryside. All manner of beasts he's assembled for this assault on Isengard, completely unprepared.
But because we're playing 15 years early in our Fellowship adventure, Saruman hasn't torn down Isengard yet.
No,
maybe he's still good.
Here. He's a good lad.
Yeah, we think.
Probably.
Who knows?
Let's see if he's tested.
Who knows when his plan started.
So on turn one, I got the initiative. All I had at the start was a band of orcs and an orc captain on a walk. And they ran down the road. And that was all I could do.
Well, they're keen to get away from the Balrog that's chasing them.
Well, most of my guys can travel through forests without a penalty, unlike your guys. So what I thought I'd do is stick them in the forest, so you wouldn't be able to get to them so easily. And I could set up an ambush when they come down the road.
A little hobbit ambush.
Yeah. Saruman's
They're going to meet the orcs. Do they think they're joining this council?
Late is the hour of your arrival, orcs. Friendly orcs.
I tried to shoot with my elves, and Legolas has this amazing shot which hits on a 2, so it's like impossible to miss.
2+.
See what he does. He missed.
Oh my god!
He bloody missed. The other elves shot and did nothing.
Yeah.
We didn't kill any orcs this turn.
Yes, but you did move quite far out of your zone.
Yeah, I didn't think about retreat.
No. But I liked your idea of setting up in the, elves on one side, hobbits on the other, the orcs can come down the middle and you can jump them. That's smart.
And at the end of turn one, my reinforcements started to arrive. I got 6 wargs, 2 bat swarms, and 5 giant spiders. That's right.
Yeah,
so they all came
scary.
swarming in from this board edge.
Yeah, it's not just orcs who are running from the Balrog, it's all the evil creatures of the woods.
Yeah, the giant spiders don't get a movement penalty in forest as well, so I was ready
And
to
they
rush
move
those.
like 10 inches.
Yeah.
So they are just shooting towards me.
Okay, so at the start of turn 2, forces of good win the priority.
I won, but I decided to let Lewis go first to lure him into my ambush.
Which I obligingly accepted. I moved up the bat swarms in this forest, I moved the wargs down the road, and I moved the spiders through the trees. They go fast in woods, so it felt like I'd be able to leap out wherever I was needed along this road later on. The orcs carried on plodding down the road with the captain behind them. But that was all I could do. I couldn't get in any bow range, I couldn't get in any charge range, so that was the end of my turn.
From ambush, the hobbits start throwing rocks at you. But they didn't kill anyone.
I like to think the orcs with shields were blocking all the stones, so when the elves fired, were a little bit easier to hit.
So I shot with the elves.
Oh, bullseye!
Legolas shot his mighty arrow again. Come on,
2 or more.
Leggy.
Oh my god!
Does he have any might?
He does have 3 points of might.
I'm using one. Because fuck that. I did do a wound on the captain, and you had to use a fate point to...
I had to use one of his save points, his only one.
Which he did pass. And then Saruman uses one of his spells, the Mighty Blast, the Sorcerer's Blast. He hits a spear orc backwards into another axe orc and kills them both.
Pretty effective, yeah. Good ambush.
These little forest orcs, they didn't know what was coming. You know, these are OG basic orcs before they get all the proper Isengard metal upgrades or anything scary.
They're not Uruk-hai, they're just orcs.
These are chump orcs, and they were really showing it. So 4 of them splattered in a single volley was not what I wanted to see.
But drums thudding in the deep, shadows looming, flames roaring. The orcs are not alone. A Balrog of Morgoth is here!
Oh god.
Shadows
At least
drape
it wasn't
him
turn
like
1 this
shadowy
time.
wings. And I thought,
scary.
as a special treat, Duncan, I'll let him be as wounded as he was from the last mission to give you a better chance.
So not.
Not wounded at all!
So zero,
That's right!
So full health.
Maybe he used like a 1 will point or something. I don't know.
A full health barrel. That's right. So then it turned over to turn 3, and the Balrog immediately move up. In fact, double.
Yeah.
Because he's got wings.
He's got wings. He leaps off the battlements into the fray at extra speed.
So I thought this Balrog's moving out quick. I got to kind of slow it down. Saruman has this cool spell where I can compel one of your guys to move half its movement and then stay in place. So I thought I'd use it on your captain and move it in front of the Balrog, blocking its movement. Yes.
You got him. Okay, now you can use your single point of willpower to try and resist the mind control.
Let's do it.
Wait, can I before you do that?
Yes.
I've also got this character called Grima Wormtongue,
I remember
who is a
him.
great guy. He's so nice.
He's a great guy. You
Yeah.
sound like Trump when you call him. He's a great guy. He's a great
One
guy.
of the best guys. If he's within 6 inches of you when you're spending a will or a might point,
Yeah.
it costs an extra 1. I'm gonna move Grima up there.
Oh! Green was getting in there going,
It's gonna cost you 2.
now,
So
you
I
don't
can't
have
afford
2
it.
will points. You're too distracted by Wormtongue.
I'm like
worming
focusing on
you.
resisting. I'm like, who's that little weird rat guy?
What's special about Grima is you can't attack him.
Well, he's counts as kind of on my team.
Yeah.
You see.
All your guys treat him as a friendly model.
He's my friend, I think.
Is he an orc? He's like a pale orc.
He looks. Yeah, I think he's out with one of us. Oh no! I can't take him out unless he does an action to actually attack
If
one
I
of my
attack
guys.
you, the spell breaks and suddenly you can attack him. But until then, he's immune.
He's off limits.
I love Grima. Is it Grima or Creamer?
Grima.
Grima.
Creamer?
Like the coffee. Coffee Grima.
Creamer? Creamer? I moved up all my other woodland creatures. I moved some wargs along the road. I moved some spiders through trees. I moved some bat swarms around the edge.
They're getting
Yeah.
pretty close now.
And I moved my orcs up a little bit more.
Yeah, and when you move them up, suddenly they're in range of my ambush. I sprung my ambush. 3 of the hobbits jump out of the woods, mob onto the orc, just beat it to death with like rocks and sticks and stuff. Saruman runs up and kills an orc using one of his might points to do it, and Aragorn gets in there and kills an orc as well, leaving not much left in the front line of the
Yeah,
orcs.
the orcs have been gutted.
Yeah.
Well, that was good for me because I wanted to get the Balrog into battle, into
Yeah.
action.
Yeah. You've still got your archers at the back and your captain blocking the way.
Yes, my archers did take a shot at Fatty Bulger, actually,
Yes.
and we landed a few hits on him, but
Well, he's hard to
I
miss.
think you hit him 4 times.
we
and-
couldn't
Failed
break
to wound.
couldn't break through his arm, his padding.
Meanwhile, Pippin wasn't in combat because he had noticed something. These trees weren't in the same places they were earlier. And that wasn't just a mistake that we made when filming.
we never make continuity errors.
I'm going to get Pippin to run up to this tree and start trying to wake it up. Wake up! Wake up! Help! Because he's heard tales from the old forest near Hobbiton about trees that move.
Nothing happens immediately, but see how it goes.
He's quite annoying though.
Yeah, he'd wake me up, that's for sure.
Okay, so in turn 4, I won the initiative this time. And my plan to freeze the captain in place is still working because it's my turn first.
Okay, do you want to send Grima in first?
Yes! I absolutely do.
I like the idea that Grima's following the orc captain around behind him. It's like,
I freeze your captain right in front of the Balrog, meaning that the only way for you to get around to me is going through the woods, which is done like half movement. So I'm keeping that Balrog back for now. Meanwhile, the rest of my army, Saruman, the Hobbits, and Aragorn, charge into the rest of the orcs and hopefully try and kill them before your massive spiders arrives.
the spiders, actually, a couple of them managed to get into combat with your elven swordsman in the middle. The wargs came round on the road and some of them through the woods. and also the other spiders were spitting webs. They actually managed to get a web on Aragorn, and a web on the archer that he was in combat with by accident. So they were both
Carpet bombing the area in webs.
they were both stuck in sticky webs. Meanwhile, the Balrog was forced off the road, actually, into the trees, started smashing down trees, which is something I didn't want to do, because I knew smashing trees was going to trigger something bad to happen later on.
So Legolas turns and sees these wargs bearing down on him, and these spiders. 4s.
Oh!
3 wargs.
It's nice to see Legolas actually do something finally.
Yeah, he missed his first 2, but now he's doing well now.
So then you were suddenly feeling a lot less scared, because suddenly it looks like all my woodland creatures are actually very easy to kill.
Well, I was scared because of Aragorn being webbed. And
Yeah.
the only way to get out of the web is I rolled a 6. Well, luckily at the end of the turn, I actually had Grima next to Aragorn. And he could help cut him out of the web. So I could
away.
roll 2 dice trying to get for a 6, and I got 4. But Aragorn used his 2 might points to buff that up to a 6. And he got out of the webs.
My orc archer could not get out of the web.
He was stuck there.
My other archers fared badly as well.
Yeah, the Hobbit's got another kill.
Although the one that was fighting Fatty Bulger did actually manage to win his fight and nearly killed Fatty.
Oh, I got the wounding hit in.
Well, luckily, Fatty is one of the few hobbits that has a fate point. Come on, Fatty! Yes!
Yes! Hero of Destiny!
He managed to survive.
So most of the orcs are dead at this
I
point.
think there's just 2 archers left and the Balrog there, and then there's all the woodland animals at the back.
Yeah, you're surrounded now. You've cleared the orcs out, but there's beasts coming around you. The Balrog's going to soon be in. You've still got Pippin knocking on trees.
Oh, nice for him. So what?
Oh.
That one probably wasn't an ent, it was just an actual tree.
Okay, so beginning of turn 5. We need to roll for priority. But before we do, Duncan, you could at this point choose to use Saruman's once per game win the initiative ability for using his Palantir Seeing Stone. He looks into the ball and he sees there's a Balrog.
And it turns out the orb was just clear.
It's upside down and far away. Oh.
He's like, oh my god! Oh my god! So again, I move your captain and freeze him in place in front of the Balrog.
Very frustrating.
Fatty, just having survived a near-death experience, decides to. He sees what Pippin's doing, and he's like, "I'm gonna get on that. It looks safer." And he runs and he tries to wake up a tree as well.
You don't want to pick a bigger one?
Give me this one.
The biggest tree there is. Ooh.
5. It wakes up. Oh, who awakens me? Blah blah blah.
The Ents are here.
Fatty.
I'm not sure I can carry you.
He sees the Balrog and he picks up a rock and lobs it at the Balrog.
He hits a tree.
He crashes.
No! Turns out that one was an Ent as well.
It was Treebeard all along. Treebeard wakes up and he's like, who disturbed me this up? And then he sees a rock on the floor that just bonked into his head. And he picks it up and he throws it at the Balrog and it misses.
Yeah, that missed.
Oh, so it paid off, sending your hobbits around knocking on trees.
Yeah.
Turns out the trees are here, and with all the forests around burning, these Ents are roused and ready to stop the
They're
Balrog.
angry. So I charged in with my woodland creatures where I could. I got the bat swarms round the back into your archers to stop them before they could shoot. I got some spiders into combat with Saruman. I got all my spiders in actually. You're stronger when you fight together, but I thought I could keep you split up and take you all out.
And I was worried until I won all the fights.
The dice were on your side this time. The only fight that Duncan lost was Saruman getting bitten by a spider.
Yeah,
That's
he
true.
took 2 wounds and I had to use 2 fate points to get them back.
But the other 2 spiders.
It doesn't wound it at all.
I might use my free might to wound it.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that was
And
already
that
a wound.
was the spider that was
Yeah.
already wounded with an arrow.
It was dead.
So I think the elf archer, there was already an arrow in this spider, and he just like plunges it in more and waggles it around, finishes the
Pulls
job.
out a tiny hammer and just goes.
Very elven of him.
Okay, start of turn 6. Now that was a bad turn for evil. They lost a few spiders, they lost some orcs. There's only one orc left.
Do a little check.
And we woke up both those trees.
And the Ents are here. Yeah, you've got to push it now. You've got to really try and focus down that ring bearer.
So I have 1 initiative.
But you haven't felt the annoyance of this yet, like Tom did last time. I'm going to use my Aragorn power.
Heroic movement. So everyone within 6 inches of Aragorn gets to move as if they had won.
So I basically have the initiative this time, and I use it to charge everything into the spiders. If I can kill these woodland creatures before we fight the Balrog, they're not going to be able to peel me off. They're not going to be able to hit me from the back. I can see that your captain's a bit out of the way now, so I use Saruman's spell to control the spider to block the Balrog. They have a bigger base as well, so it really gets in the way.
Really gets in the way.
However, since my orc captain was finally unmind controlled,
Yes.
he's charged around the corner into Fatty Bolger.
Oh, it's 4 wounds on Fatty Bolger from the Orc
He just
captain.
gets skewered like a fucking boar.
Oh! For the sake of the campaign, anyone who's killed in the game, on a 1, 2, 3, they're dead forever, and on a 4, 5, or 6, they can recover and perhaps rejoin the battle
It's like
next
they're just
game.
knocked out. Yes!
Oh, Fatty!
Fatty will return. So we're all in this big melee with the spiders and the bats at this point. I think Aragorn does a couple of wounds to a bat. Treebeard just steps on one and dies. We kill a couple of wargs with the elves, but one gets through and eats one of my poor
One of your elf
1,000-year elves. And Sam, what he's going to do is put on the ring.
Oh,
Sam's going to put on the
He's going
ring.
to put on the ring and then stab the spider when he's invisible.
It's a wound. Sting has wounded a spider.
It stings!
That's what that blade's best at.
Meanwhile, the Balrog is just like being kited and like spinning around. It's like you've caught him on a glitchy bit of terrain, and he's just like he just can't
out.
He can't. It's like
He just can't get
He's
past.
just pushing down trees left and right, but he can't get to you.
Sometimes you never know where a campaign will lead you, which is how we ended up scrapping an entire board.
You don't know what the players are going to do.
No.
Like, case in point.
Yeah.
If you want to see more, members have access to a special new video where Alex and I sit down for a chat about our process. To find out more about becoming a member, click the link in the description.
Okay, well, it's turn 7. This is where the Balrog is close enough to charge.
This is my moment.
And you won the priority just when you needed it.
Because last turn Sam put the ring on, I had to do a check to see if he can resist the evil power.
Does the ring mess you up?
Yes,
it does.
You could spend both your might points for them.
Has he got 2?
He's got 2, but
Okay,
then
I'm
he's
doing
out.
it. I'm doing it.
Really?
I have to.
So he doesn't wander into the Balrog.
Yeah.
Because that's what I would have done. I would have moved him into combat with the Balrog. Yes.
Would you?
Yes, absolutely.
Go on then.
Oh.
Okay, well I will then.
You get to control Sam if he fails.
Yeah.
So you controlled him and you charged the Balrog, which normally would be a terrible idea.
Yeah, normally, Sam fighting the Balrog
Yeah.
would be bad for Duncan. Like, that would normally be a great thing to do.
But in this
Yeah,
case,
you chose to do it on the turn that I had already planned was the turn I was going all in.
yes.
And I need to have Sam in there because when he's invisible, he halves your combat strength.
Yes.
Yeah, your fight value goes down.
I had to get everyone else in. So I used a spell that Saruman has, which gives everyone his courage. Because when you attack a Balrog, you've got to do a courage check, right? So I get Saruman in, I get Grima in, I get one of the elves in, Aragorn gets in there, Treebeard gets in there.
It was absolutely awful because he managed to sneak Grima around and Treebeard was sort of behind him. That also meant he was pinned. So if he
Yeah.
loses
Yeah.
the fight, he's taking
Completely
double
surrounded him.
damage.
Yeah, there's nowhere for him to flee. You've trapped him for
Yeah.
extra damage. It's really strong.
And you still have a bunch of spiders and bats left. And I didn't want them to come in behind and like peel off my important characters. So I had Farmer Maggot, Pippin, and one of the
Legolas.
elves and Legolas go and tie them up in combat.
You also used Saruman's control spell to move my orc captain
Oh
down
yes,
the road.
your captain. I didn't want him involved. So he just killed Fatty, so I got him to run away. And so
Okay.
yeah, so then we fight the Balrog, and well, I had a lot of dice to roll.
Oh, Aragorn gets 6. The Balrog also rolls a 6. So
Yep.
now whoever has the highest fight value wins.
But that's why Sam mattered.
Yeah, so having Sam in combat means I won.
You win
I
the
a
draw now.
Yeah.
Very important. 5s followed by 4s.
So 1, followed by 4. Yes!
1 wound from an elf.
Down to 9. Sam.
Ooh.
6 is followed by...
+1. 6.
What the hell?
I used all my might points on Aragorn.
4 is a wound.
Oh, that's brutal.
But then luckily, Treebeard, all these survives.
Oh, wow! 4 wounds from Treebeard.
So the Balrog with 10 wounds has taken 6 in 1 turn.
Big turn indeed. Now there's some other minor combats going on. One of the elves does get poison fanged.
He gets killed.
Brave elf.
Turn 8, I won the priority.
A lot of that going round.
But I stole it because I'd forgotten that my orc captain has a might point.
Yeah.
And he was in range of 1 spider.
So my captain charged into the back of Gordon Treeman because I couldn't deal with 2 treants fighting that Balrog at once. That would have been mental. My remaining spider charged into Sam to stop him coming in the battle as well.
I really
which
need
thought,
Sam in combat with that Balrog.
my Balrog is now in combat, but I can't be rolling against 15 dice, that I'm at half my fight value.
Yeah.
So that by taking those 2 guys out, it felt like I had a chance to win.
But I didn't want the Balrog to just pick a target and kill it. So I charged in with Treebeard, I charged in with the Elf, and I think Saruman as well. Because if you didn't roll a 6, I still got a chance of winning that combat. Aragorn charged a spider to help out Sam. The rest of them are still tying up the other spiders, and Legolas is stuck in combat with a spider for a few turns. First we did the combat with a spider.
That'll do it.
I used my free might point to send Aragorn into the barrel as well, adding another 3 dice.
Yeah, so it actually felt more even at that point.
Yeah. If you didn't roll a 6, I got a good chance of winning this.
Yeah. No, 4 dice.
Oh, it's a 5.
That's a 6.
Shit, you won that combat.
Balrog gets to pick who to thump real hard.
I felt like the best option for me, though, was to throw Aragorn away to stop him, A, coming back in the next round, but also B, using his heroic move ability to move everyone back in. So I did. I chucked him with a power attack.
Use 1 attack to throw him out of range of the combat.
And I also wanted to get revenge on that tree who'd hurt me.
Yeah. One of them is a 6, which means he's been set on fire. You took 2 of his 3 wounds off, but most importantly,
I did set him on fire, yes. Which,
So he was on
as
fire.
we know, he's fairly effective against trees.
And at the end of each turn, he has a chance to
Take
to
another
wound.
wound. on a 5 up.
6 here.
Oh! So not only did Treebeard die in 1 combat, but he also died quite a drawn-out, lingering death, where he kind of got cut in 2 by a fiery axe, set on fire, and then slowly lost his last wound over the course of the rest of the turn.
I did still have a second end though, and I was confident that I could do it again.
Gordon Treeman did actually squash the Orc Captain.
But that Orc Captain out of the way, it frees up your tree man,
Yeah.
and he's ready to help. But most importantly, at the end of turn 8, our favourite non-combatant, webbed orc.
Oh my god!
Guys, I got out of the web! Guys!
Where's all my friends?
Everyone's dead!
Next turn.
Okay, yeah, I win priority again this time. Aragorn can move 3.
You can stand up and move 3.
Oh, I thought maybe I could get into combat with this guy, but I cannot. First I try and use my spell with Saruman, which makes them all courageous, and that spell fails. So now I got to roll with their courage.
Yeah.
Grimmer's courage is 2, by the way.
Grimmer is not a very
Saruman
brave
7.
Yeah, I don't blame him. Honestly, if I was Grima Wormtongue, I wouldn't charge up Balrog either.
I've charged the Balrog with Gordon Treeman, we called him.
Gordon Treeman.
And I charged him with Sam. They both get in. The
Yeah.
elf tries to charge and fails.
I know.
Who can blame him?
And Grima obviously fails. So I've only got Sam and a Trien in.
I know, the Saruman had to charge the Goblin Archer.
Yeah, because because you had your archer unwebbed, he was now a potential threat that could pull Sam out of combat. So I had to use Saruman to charge him because it was the only thing close enough. All right, so 4 dice
The main
each
event.
here.
Yes,
It's
4 dice
literally
apiece.
a 50-50 coin.
This is just a dice off.
Well,
It's a
that's
6.
So I need a 6.
You've got to get a 6.
No!
No, the Balrog wins.
No!
Do you want to hit the tree or Sam?
Yes,
Sam!
I'm gonna hit Sam, the ring bearer. That's what I'm here for, to get the ring. And if the Balrog picks up a ring and puts that on, the world will be consumed by flame!
4 dice. That's 3 wounds.
So I need to pass 1, 2.
You have to pass both your fate checks to survive.
God damn.
So you need 2 4-ups.
Sam lives
I
on
can't
1 wound.
believe it! I can't believe it!
Oh,
Oh my god! god!
He got down to 1 wound and no fate points left. He's as close to death as you can get, but he is still alive.
I really wish I still had one little critter, one little warg or a bat swarm just to come and nip that final bit of damage off of him.
So meanwhile, Maggot manages to kill his bat swarm finally.
Yeah.
They got 4 wounds. It took a while to kill, but Maggot's a badass.
He's as strong as a human man.
He's got the strength of one man. But Legolas, massive hero of the ages, gets bitten by a spider and has to use a fate point to avoid getting wounded.
He's not man of the match, is he, old Legolas today?
He's got a few kills, but he's not been doing great. And Saruman just bonks the Archer on the head.
Yeah.
Poor Archer, he hasn't had a good day. He got webbed and then he got bonked. So I was feeling pretty good.
So was I.
I've got enough dice here and I'm going to win draws.
Well, I don't know whether that's true though.
Okay, turn 10, I charge everything into the Balrog again. I get the spell off with Saruman, so they will have the courage to do it. The only way to fail the courage check to charge is if I get a double 1. So everyone makes it, except Legolas can finally fight the Balrog. Oh, he's not brave enough! What a fucking nerd!
Legolas.
I'll stay back here, guys. I'm ranged.
I'll do more damage from over here, I promise.
Actually, he does try and get a shot off. Nope.
No. The arrow burns up before it hits him.
I still had a bat swarm, so I flew it over the Balrog and pulled off Aragorn. And I also, the spider that was remaining, pulled off Saruman. Both the bat swarm and the spider died for the privilege. But
Trying to take some of the heat off
It
the
dug
Balrog.
me. I lost 4 dice in my roll because of that.
Exactly.
I still had a lot of dice though, and all I had to do was roll a 6, which was really bad.
Oh,
my god, that's the worst roll.
You need
3.
a 4 or more on a single dice to win this fight.
Give me one more
you get
dice.
4. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, just!
Okay, so Sam, 3 up.
3 up.
2 ones.
Oh, he does take a wound.
No,
Sam
no.
is down. I think the Balrog span around to hit the tree, just knocked Sam over with his tail.
Oh, because you didn't see him.
Yeah.
We rolled the dice to see if he would be fully dead. Yes!
He's just knocked out.
He's good.
Sam's not going to be in the rest of the battle, but he's not dead.
As he falls over, of course, the ring slips off his finger.
It's loose.
Suddenly visible again, and the ring is on the ground.
Yeah, and actually there was a moment where Saruman and Grimmer had an opportunity.
They're tempted now. It's speaking to them. It's
to
lying on the
betray you.
floor. So I made you roll a dice for both of them. Okay.
Grimmer is strong!
These rolls!
Rolls, yeah.
These guys are definitely good in this timeline. They have got
Just like Gandalf wasn't.
So we go into this final showdown. There's no maneuvering left. There's no magic left. It's just a final melee.
We're just completely surrounded. You've got the whole fellowship all around you, just beating you with whatever they had. Desperately trying to whittle down this Balrog. Got
1-6.
Got one. Dice
You
to
roll your
roll.
attacks. You plink it away. Tree manages to get a couple of wounds in. The other guys all together managed to get a wound in.
I had just Worm Tongue left.
Yeah, everyone had rolled. The Balrog's left on 1 wound.
Because the Balrog's surrounded, he gets 2 dice.
Yeah.
And he gets to re-roll ones because it's his ambush.
What?
You get to re-roll your ones. a double 1. Great start.
Six.
6.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
now you need a 5. You
Oh,
have to re-roll
re-roll.
1. Oh my god! You couldn't have scripted it better.
I think
Wormtongue sits there all game going me, and then in the last moment he leaps in and gets the final KO on the Balrog.
He's not Grima Wormtongue anymore. He's Grima Balrog Slayer. Like, fuck.
Okay.
What a change in fates.
What a
Amazing.
Chad!
What a fucking Chad.
That was it. The forces of good are victorious.
Yeah.
You've got Sam the Ringbearer, his best friend Fatty, Farmer Maggot and Pippin, Legolas, Aragorn, Grima Wormtongue, Saruman, and Gordon Treeman. The 9 have assembled.
To match the 9 ring raids.
That's our evil. Yes.
Who knows where the Fantasy Fellowship journey is going to take us next time.
Let us know in the comments.
Please do, yes. Thank you for joining us. It's been amazing. Well done, Ben. Well done for 3D printing the big old Isengard.
Oh, that was our very own TJ who did that for us. He did a great job. And of course, Alex helped me out with roads and trees. It's a team effort. But most of all, thank you to the members. everyone who's a member of the Games Night channel. We couldn't do this without you. So many hours and hours and hours and resources go into making these videos. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
If you would like to support us and become a member, you can have access to the extended cut, which is hours long, where we check all the rules and mess around and joke even more.
See all
So
our
please check
dice
that out.
rolls.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. And
See you all
goodbye.
next time.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Until next time.